Hello farmers, it's Rever here, back again for another episode. We're up to number 4, and my plan for today is to cut this field. I have more plans than that, but we'll see what happens. Not much of a field really. I'll take a look at the overview map here. And if we go to the grass type, so the grass is this bright green, and you can see I'm sitting right next to field 20. My plan at this point is just to see about getting these fields, right around the farm, north and the west of the farm. See if I can't get them cut. See how much grass I get. I want to fill up a silo and get some extra grass. As soon as I get some grass, I may, actually start. Well, we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I can buy sheep. I think I can get them going. I don't know if the watering mod is in here. But again, I could probably deal with that. I only got 11,000, but pretty shortly here I'm going to, start borrowing some money, and then we'll go to the Bank of Hagenstad and yeah, go from there. So this is kind of a small field. A lot of times I end up leaving extra stuff if I turn too tight with this tractor, but it's just the price of doing business, I guess. I may worry about it later on and windrow it when I get 2 mowers. I don't even really know the shape of this field other than it's a little goofy, but I'm getting good. Getting pretty good yield here, I can tell. I've already got 3,000. So I'm going to need to fill this thing up 10%. I don't know how big that silo is there, and I don't want to. Well, we'll see. I don't know how much we're actually going to end up with putting in there. I know the bigger silos hold 1 million, so I would need at least about 5 of these to get it full. And there's no reason not to get a little bit extra, though we could fill it up again a little bit more tomorrow. Now, one of the things about the soil mod is grass does get affected by it. You'll definitely run low on nutrients if you don't, once it grows. Now, it will, if you don't cut it, it will hit a point where it stops growing. Kind of tell that more or less like any other crop. When it grows, it takes 1 moisture, 1 PK, and 1 nitrogen away. But anyway, so one of the things to say about it is on this, this first day, this first cut, nothing's grown. You get kind of a maximum grass yield at that point. Baby. Yeah, well, to have a bigger tractor, right? Let's see. So this is just a bit of a stopgap maneuver here to try to get something for these animals. Obviously, just having the side mowers would be pretty nice, but we'll see. We'll step into it a little bit slowly, like I mentioned, and then ramp up from there. I know I miss a lot doing it this way with these, but I at least need to get a couple headlands in where I can turn around to make a straight shot. Well, this field's so darn small. The other fields later on will probably be a little bit more friendly towards that. Hey, even just after a little over 2 rounds, I just filled this thing up. It's good, so do that a couple more times, 4 more at least. We'll be in business. Okay, so can we get up here? Oh, can I go through the fence? Alright, well I won't do that all the time, but I will respect the fence generally. Yeah, I don't mind if everything's collidable. It's especially the trees being collidable that you can cut down. Fences, well, they could be a pain in the butt, but and I guess I could just pretend they're collidable if I don't like it. So I guess it is better to leave them not collidable in some spots. There's that owl. Darn thing's gonna have a sore throat. It keeps that up. Every time I go by, I went by that owl a lot of times, dropping off that straw. And just is a pretty consistent bugger. All right, so let's see. Turn on our F1 and. Idea how much this bad boy holds. I forgot how slow this thing is unloading. See, we were already up to 3%, so I don't think this is the big one. Well, we should get to. Let's see what we get to. Yeah, 6%. So this is. This one I think is probably only going to hold about, what, that's like 1/20th, so, you know, 20 times that, 360, a little bit less than that. So this, yeah, it's a little bunker, which is good. At least you can get it. I mean, for now it's good. It's not going to provide the world's largest supply for us, but right now we don't need that. I mean, it's just this second load would get us making silage, but I do want more than that. And I'm definitely going to get the mesh thing. I'm going to see, I may go into the mod and modify the price to be equal to what it would, that fence is modify the price to be what it would be if I had bought a, you know, the not the self-propelled thing, but some of the equipment, like the trailer and the, you know, the TMR mixing equipment, whatever the heck I mean, GVB. Alright, and away we go. So we might be getting to a point that I got some headlands enough to. Headlands. Let's see what this GPS mod says if I this adjust my width. Yeah, you know what? I think we may try to start doing GPS here. You know what? I did something different. Ooh, that worked, but it also disconnected my thing. Really? Changed my key binding to. Looks like it. Oops, looks like it disconnects mine. I have to hit Control W to get that GPS mod to go. And I'd really like to be able to just hit something. I use a Xbox controller. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to hit Control W and then the Xbox controller. It's not like I don't do this more than once, you know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's disconnected my. There you go. And the pain in the butt about that is you can't change it unless you log out of the game, which I guess makes sense. I guess that stuff has to load up before the game does. But it would be nice to change it in mid-flight. So, I checked UPS. Power supply's coming tomorrow. It goes down the same route. Well, let's finish this guy up real quick. A little bit close anyway, so waste of time here. We'll come over to this one. Do that. So yeah, this This setup I find to be pretty nice for cutting grass. I mean, I do miss a little bit here and there, but you just want to run down alongside of a road, and especially, like, you know, this map isn't overly friendly with grass on. I'm gonna go to this one with grass on the side of the fields, but some maps that are big and square, and it's just sort of ideal to cut them this way. You know, you can get a boatload of grass from them. But yeah, we may even go for filling up that silage thing there if it's only 300. At least get 200 in there. We'll see. Well, we just cut these fields, see what we get. Get what we get, right? Sometimes I can clean up a little mess while I'm going around in circles. As long as I leave all the grass cut, leaving that grass there doesn't seem to hurt anything. It might bother your OCD a little bit, but short of that, it's not really the grass will still grow underneath of it. And it'll always be there to collect another day. With the soil mod, if you want to keep things, you know, your grass fields evenly, you know, even nitrogen and all that stuff, you definitely want to get them, you know, to get the whole thing cut. Try not to miss too many places. This is what I do for cutting fields. Not really what I would call exciting. Eventually, I usually will get, it really depends on the field size, but if it's a decent sized field, I'll get the big side-by-side mowers, or eventually, now they got the one thing to consider will be, since we're going to do a lot of animals, we might get that small crone, and that'll work out pretty well on these fields. Alright, so I might as well finish cutting that row, I guess. Okay, so maybe we'll just take this way since it's nothing. I shouldn't drive on that grass and kill it. Yeah, the crop destruction works on the grass too, so you gotta be careful. Squeeze through there. And so my next plan will be to get some animals, get some silage, get that going, then I'll have the straw. I'll have the grass, and I'll also have to add grass to the milk maker mixer, TMR mixer, when I do get it. So, and then I'll need some extra grass, like I said, for sheep and the other feeder animals. I think they take some grass, but I don't think they eat it. So that's the other side about getting the grass. Once you give them the TMR, they don't eat the grass and they don't eat the silage. So as long as you keep them in TMR, they'll kind of eat through the TMR first. And usually it's not that hard, you know, fill them up for 6 days worth. Biggest issue is when you expand their numbers. But I'll plan on getting a certain minimum number of each kind. So that way, you know, I kind of got an idea where I got to run around to, how time consuming it's going to be to, you know, to get these animals all fed each time, and then the costs and the, you know, these cattle will probably be pretty convenient just because of their location. Oops, too far. Compact it a little bit as I go. Go nuts with this. It's not very fun. I know they got some compacted machines. We're not ready to buy anything like that. And I tried one like weight thing one time that you put on the back of your tractor. I don't know. I suppose it made a difference, but one of those things in life. I guess if it makes you feel better, then it made a difference, but otherwise it was still a bore ass back and forth a whole bunch of times. It wasn't like it just whapping, it was compact. So that's good enough probably to get started. I hate when it gets too far ahead. I'd probably know that, you know, you gotta do about the same amount of backing up and forth, but I'd rather just not sit there and do it for 15 solid minutes. I guess it feels like less when you do it 3 minutes at a shot. Alright. Oh yeah, that is a fence the whole way that I could just drive down, huh? Yeah, we'll respect the fence. We're just pretending to be farmers anyway. If I drove down hills like that even, it would probably be an issue. Well, it would be an issue. A little of this stuff we missed. Like I said, if you miss a little grass, I try not to let the OCD take over. Let it lie. It'll be there when you get back tomorrow. So this little field looks like it's going to get us a good, well, probably definitely a third, if not a fourth one, which is wonderful. Because that'll be 60 or 80 thousandths worth. And then I think those other fields are different shape, but I think there's a bit more grass in those other. I guess it's. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4. So it was hard to tell on the map. One thing I've learned is, see how I'm going to turn. Like, as it's a little easier to turn if you're going. You know, do the long stretch first, I guess you could say. You know, you turn back in and gives you a little head start, even though there's not much left here to cut. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get 4 out of this one. Right, but that's okay. A little extra right there. I may, like I have in the last things, I mean, I will go take a ride around that other field first, so you guys can see what I'm up against. And probably just do the rest of this grass cutting and fill up the silage bin when I'm ready to actually set the silage, you know, cover the silage. I'll bring you guys back, and by then I should be ready to do whatever's next, you know, at that point. We'll finish this one up first. That was not a friendly hill right there. Yeah, definitely want some oversized tractors when it comes to this map. Sure is not going to hurt. You had a couple extra horsepower compared to what the machine you're running says. Is this the last row? Not pretty much. Got that little bit down that end. I don't even know if that'll get us a third one. Close. Not sure what to do about this little mess. Go around in circles. Just go back and forth. Grab as much of it as I can. Yeah, I forgot about this guy. Suck some of him up. So the biggest thing is kind of getting it all cut. Just a little bit here and there. We'll come back for it when we got the windrower out. Get the bigger mowers. And I think it's kind of a pain that Krone doesn't pick this up. If you don't windrow it, you know, cut it with the mowers and then windrow it, you don't. The problem is I gotta make sure I'm not turning too tight, so I'll start doing crop damage if I don't keep the mower in front of the tires. So we want to kind of keep going a little bit straight, so the crop destruction doesn't destroy everything on you. Big circle. Stuff up, I'm starting to get dizzy. Good sign. So stop that before I fall out of my chair. We'll take a look at this other field shortly. Yeah, so for anybody who has a problem with me leaving little grass splotches on there, they're just going to have to understand, I suppose. Like I said, I found it doesn't affect the grass growth, where in real life, yeah, you just going to have to close your eyes if you drive past here again. Hopefully, it looks like some of these other ones are a bit longer. Straighter ones tend to be a lot easier to deal with. So that's not a sell point. I wonder if that's even a storage point right there. Alright, what do we got in this field? Almost looks like a pasture, doesn't it? The road going through it. Yeah, you got a fence, so we got a fairly long run. And I think there's more of it. Yeah, see, I don't know. Okay, yeah, the road goes here. See, so then it sort of continues up and over that way. Okay, well, I'm like just standing around talking about it, not getting it done, right? So, since you know, just be a lot of time consumption and not really that much to show you or even talk about, I will get this field cut. Like I said, when I'm tired of cutting or ready to do the silage, I'll come back and we'll go to the phase next, which may be a little more interesting. I'll see what I decide while I'm thinking about it, driving around the fields, but may start borrowing some money and see about getting some more, you know, like I said, maybe a cornfield, something that's already planted in corn, something's already planted in potatoes, might be nice too. But we'll see. Alright, I should be back shortly. For you guys, real short. For me. Alright guys, lugging up the hill one more time. That grass field is 97.3% harvested, whatever you call it when you cut grass, gathered. Because any harvesting is really gathering, isn't it? So, I'm going to compact this. Here's what I decided. Daylight's burning. The silage was far and away the most important thing to get. And, you know, just because it's going to take 15 hours from now, so while I'm not, you know, certainly not the last minute or anything, it won't be done until, you know, early in the morning, which will be pretty good timing most likely, because by early in the morning I'll be, you know, I think maybe tomorrow's the day of bringing animals in. They, you know, we'll have silage, we'll have what do you call it? I'll cut some more grass, you know, anytime tomorrow. It's okay if my grass yield goes down a little bit. I'd rather try to get all the fields. If I'm going to buy 2 more fields, I mean, it's already, you know, the game starts at 20 to 7, and you know, by now it's just, you know, close to 5 hours of me playing later. I guess we'll be up to episode, this is 4, so, you know, 5 before we even get the animals. And, you know, I'd just as soon get those fields harvested. So we'll finish compacting this. We'll probably set up to get started on doing, I imagine, field 19, the one right next to me. There we go, 99%. So this guy's half full, almost half full. So it must be about 300,000 he holds. Alright, there we go. So we got a little bit of silage on the way. I'll finish cutting that last little bit of this field, suck up some of the grass that I left laying around. Not too much, but... And we'll throw that in the silo, and we'll call 2 of these fields cut. 140, I'll call it 150,000 that I have there will be good, because Mixmaster takes 50,000, so I should be able to at least fill that up once or twice, mix it with the grass that I'm going to harvest from those other 2 fields maybe tomorrow. We'll see how much time I'll go. My rule is, you know, at about 9 o'clock at night I kind of finish up what I'm doing. You know, just kind of, it gets dark, and this cut. Running it down. Just thought it was something I missed somehow. Alright, so you can see I got all this field cut. Got a few little bits in the corner. I'm not going to drive myself nuts, but I'll pick up the bigger splotches. Trying to get them as I go around. These fences aren't collidable here, so I've been trying to respect the fences. Said if I get a windrower, bigger mower, but we'll see. It's, you know, nowadays I think that other crone is 157,000 plus the cutter head. It's not too much more, so you're talking under 200 grand, which is a real nice addition to the, you know, to the crone if you're going to do some silage. Now the only other thing, you know, it's not like I'm made of money right now, and spending 200 grand, you know, it's going to be a lot. Am I better off buying animals with that? I don't know if I would borrow money just to have that 200 grand, or, you know, I just don't know. Let's see. Maybe I can turn these off around this thing for a bit, just to see. The problem with running around, if you look, you know, all this running around, I won't get hardly anything for it. See, I think I might have gone through that fence a tiny bit. Alright, well, you know what, that's good enough. I'm not going up that other road there. That thing, this tractor wants to go about 4 miles an hour the whole way, so while this way is not fast, at least it's not 4 miles an hour. Yeah, another tractor is definitely on the list. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if maybe we'd stop here and take a look real quick at, not here, but until I get this unloaded, take a look at the Bank of Hagenstad. And what I've noticed is once I take a loan out, an official loan from the bank, I can't take another one out, I can't edit it. So what I would like to do is use my line of credit, 500,000, to, you know, borrow that money, get the stuff that I need, and then I'll pay off my line of credit with a, you know, with a loan, and then by that point I'll have decided exactly which fields I'm going to buy. I mean, this all could happen, you know, this game day. We'll see. So, yep, got some grass growing in there. Go here and check. 4,000 grass. So not hardly enough, but I guess every little bit will add up here in the beginning. And like I said, there's the other field right over, not far from here, just on the other side of that silage bin. And that, I'll cut that one, and I'll cut this other one, though. I don't know, I may end up buying another tractor before I cut that other one, because I think it's kind of on the side of that hill right here. You see it? That's the grass I'm talking about, and I don't know. I'm not a big believer that this tractor will go up that hill too well, so. And I don't know that I have the patience in life to cut that thing at 3 miles an hour for half of it. Alright, so we'll drop this guy off. Spin around so we can see where we're going. Don't want to put him on the cultivator, do I? Oh, very nice. Yeah, because I don't want to get all these fields planted today. As a matter of fact, I deliberately want to spread them out until I have more equipment and everything else. I guess that's a good place for him. Where does this mower go? One of these buildings. It's this one by the gas pumps. Top off with gas while I'm at it. I'm sure I got enough for a little while, but never hurts to have some. Nothing like running out when you don't have a gas thing. Gotta put that down properly this time. Wait. Here, I guess that's. Ooh, shoot. Stupid tree. Guess I don't need to be that far away either, do I? Alright. Then we have the weight. We'll get our little trailer. Everything here's little. Get ready to chase. I probably could set him in the field before I even head up there. We might pop over to the little combine. Set up. Alrighty. So where do we want to start with this field? Let's see if we get a better look from here. I'm not sure it's going to make too much difference, but I'll probably go start in the corner, this southeast corner. It's nice and square, and get him doing some headlands starting there, so I'll work his way back towards the other tractor. Not that makes too much difference. That. Let's bring the course play up. And is this a field that we already have? I want to double check. Yep. Yeah, so for some reason that field 20 didn't come up on my course play. It looks like it's it's on there. 4.2. Oop. Pay attention. We got camp. Oop, what is that? So we have to go this way. Over the crops. So what is that? By dump, I guess? Just a dump where people camp. Must be where the homeless live. So we're going to want to run around counterclockwise so the pipe sticks out. Alright, here we go. So we're going to start in the southeast corner, and we are going to be facing west. Give us a nice long run. And we got some stuff. Not too bad though. There's a road further ahead, so just this one tree. We'll get around that. So we'll just do 2 headlands and hope that works out. You can always change it. Alright, so we're still unfolded. Never folded it up to begin with. There we go. buddy. Take over. There he goes. Back at the tractor. We gotta wait. We're in shape. A little bit. Straight view so I don't get seasick. What about sitting sideways? You know, can make you disorient you. Alright, so now we'll have some wheat. I don't really plan on selling most of this. And obviously, eventually I might sell some of it. We'll see how it goes. Probably chase him between these two trees just to get him reduced. He's already at 44%. See these rocks, or that's a tree stump. That may not be turned around. Tree stump may be collidable. Let's find out before we run into it. No, say it's not. This will make sure I can get them. So I need to set up cruise control. Let's try to set that. Take some coordination to do that while you're driving. There we go. Ahead. Yes, it seems like 6.2 is right. I noticed before sometimes I'll get a. I'll make that. Yes, I will. Is he going to make it? Stop so he doesn't put himself in the tree. Put away your pipe, buddy. Chase him up around the corner again. I don't even know what's on the other side of this field. I see looks like rocks on the map. Chase him down here a little bit. Need to. I'm going to run into on that other leg. Rocks and trees and everything else. So it's good that we did that. Obviously the next run around will be a lot easier. Yeah, it's been my experience in life that, you know, this kind of, I know some guys like to ride around in the combine while horseplay chases, but I don't know. The combine tends to do just as well when it comes to, you know, harvesting the field. Leaves a little stuff on the corners or whatever. Horseplay just has a hard time when it comes to chasing. I mean, they just run off in all different stupid directions. So I'm looking for a good place to chase. I think I may have one right around the turn here. Bend. Pretty sure I can squeeze up in here. A little bit of this. A good number of these rocks aren't collidable anyway, but I'm going to try to respect. And this is hard mode. I'm trying to be a bit realistic. Not really trying to be. Yeah, the game's not that. I think crops grow in 4 days, and that's because you got the soil mod in there. Otherwise, they'd grow it. You know, so again, more about driving tractors than simulating an actual farm. I'm almost full, so as soon as I can get alongside of him, I'm gonna have to run, drop this off. otherwise it'll be stopped. Which isn't the end of the world, but it's my job to keep it moving. We got a nice little wood pile. There's a lot of detail on this map. It said that power supply come tomorrow afternoon, and sure hope I can turn my graphics all the way back up at that point. I'm not even really sure where this road goes. Where am I? Okay, so that's a 22 is a nice looking field there, isn't it? I just saw a glimpse of it, but 22 is a suspect for buying, except for it doesn't have any crops on it. And at this point, you know, buying field with crops means buying a field and getting a rebate, kind of like a mail-in rebate. Get the mail-in rebate with my power drive or hard drive power supply. Sorry. It was $159 with a $30 rebate, $129. A Corsair AX 760, which, like everything else, people have differing opinions on, but it seems like it should certainly be a decent one. There's a, you know, you don't think of your power supply. How often do you ever talk about it? Oh, I got a this and a that. You don't say. You don't talk about what kind of power supply you have. At least I don't. At least not too often. Until I go buying one. But there's a lot of different specs and opinions, and you know, I don't know if you guys ever watch Jay's 2 Cents. It's a YouTube channel, but I'd recommend it. I like him. He's got a personality, and he gives you seemingly good advice. Sometimes I wouldn't know, but he, after watching his reviews, where I ended up buying that one of the places, I had heard about it before, but you know, he helped convince me to go with the NVIDIA 980 Ti hybrid, which has got the water cooling in it, the one that's causing the and see, I didn't make it back. I didn't think I would, but let's go drive around the tree stump. Yeah, so far it's been a nice car. Just when I got to this map, and I've done everything else since. I turned down the settings on this map. I haven't had another problem. So, you know, this map just must be that exact threshold of my video card with that power supply in it. You know, if it wasn't the power supply, you would think something else about this map would have done it. You know, but just for the computer to just dead shut off like that, you know what I mean? It just smells too much like the power supply issue. So we shall see. Thursday evening, after work, tomorrow evening it is, I will know what my problem was, you know? Well, I think I'm going to keep chasing this guy around the field. Not sure I'll subject you guys to all of that. I've heard some people, I mean, I don't have anybody viewing the videos anyway. Maybe you guys will. If you have an opinion, again, I don't have that much to say. You'll get a lot more silence if you want to watch the whole thing. I kind of feel a little bit compelled to talk as I do this. It's one of the reasons I, you know, cut it out. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of boring. At a certain point, I would think this. I know when I watch guys' videos, if they're just running around in a field not talking, that's not going to keep my interest very long. Well, anyway, let me know what you think about that. And otherwise, I will be back. I know this, I'm not sure, I might even check while I'm gone how long this episode is, but one way or the other, I'll come back when this field's all harvested. We'll see where we go from there. Probably go to get that canola field done. they might leave this windrow laying here for now, just for the sake of getting the crops off the fields. Windrow won't hurt the soil mod overnight. So anyway, we have time. It's only 12 o'clock. 9 more hours of gameplay. Should be enough time to get this stuff done.
Good morning.
A little bit.
This is my test to make sure my voice doesn't sound so nasally this time. I don't know. Blow my nose. Let's see. What the hell is Courseplay doing over there? Wish I could have got that on tape. Alright, so we'll see. Like I said, I think my nose being a little bit stuffed up, you can kind of hear it in my voice. But let's stop this for a second. Alright, this field's just about done. Wheat is almost harvested, waiting for the tractor combine to come back up. Hopefully he's got enough room to make that pass, won't have to stop him. If you notice, the windrows are going longer than they used to. Something happened, I guess, on this hill. Watch what Courseplay does. See how the windrows that are going through the field, they just sort of stop before the headland windrow? And all of a sudden, right where I'm sitting, they're not. Watch this guy come down here. And maybe this hill won't be as steep, of course, because you're watching it, but it's just first time I've noticed this. It might just be this this particular tractor. Watch him. Instead of, oh, now he stops. Anyway, last times he didn't stop. That wood pile, by the way, is not collidable, so he didn't have a problem with the wood pile particularly, but nothing that wasn't just annoying anyway. Scary. Oh my gosh, he's going to get all jammed up. Wasn't very graceful either. So I think this episode's pretty much long enough as it is. I took a look at, you know, how much video, so what I plan on doing, since it's not going to be very exciting, is just harvesting that canola field off screen. And then once I get done that's when we'll go start, you know, I'm not even going to windrow this to start out. Like I said, I want to buy fields, whatever other equipment I need. I got the rental mod for the potatoes, I think. And we'll talk about that when I get back. So, I hope you guys have a good day. And I will, you know, be back in the next episode after that canola field's all done. Take care. Bye.